Rungo, my man, beating down enemies with a giant, well, it's actually a very small, tiny, in fact, teeny weeny little baseball bat, which is about half of his size, making all of these characters extremely small. Yet the action is so big. In Battle Arena Toshinden for the Nintendo Game Boy. Now it's time for Rungo versus Uranus in space! Rungo just ringed out Uranus. Battle Arena Toshinden from 1996. You can also get this on the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. This game was donated by Daniel on Earth! You know, I don't know what it is, but there's just something about filming the Game Boy Advance SP. That's a lot of fun. Filming the Nintendo DS is a complete pain in the ass, but the Game Boy Advance SP has a wonderful screen that's brightly lit and these high contrast visuals just make it a real pleasure to play on camera. And I'm not usually a fan of these fighting games on tiny little handheld game consoles, but Battle Arena Toshinden is surprisingly good. It's fairly short and simple, and I like that about fighting games. I don't like it when they get too overly complicated. Like Pong, that's a great fighting game. I wish they had done this guy's voice, though. Wouldn't that be great? I'll never overlook anybody who's in my way, even if it is an angel! Now that's drama. And that's the best thing that you can do when your landlord is angry. You certainly don't want to pay them. Alright, so we got 8 different characters to choose from here. Each of whom has a slightly different fighting style, and if you look very closely, they all have little tiny weapons. This is a weapons-based fighting game, but you really wouldn't know it when you're playing it. It feels more like well-designed button mashing. And the music is terrific. This one should be re-released on vinyl. The soundtrack, that is, not the game. You have special moves and you can jump, and the Game Boy's only got 2 buttons. So it does sort of force it to be simple. And what you may or may not notice during the fighting scenes that I'm filming here for the review is that I'm having an awesome time. Seriously, I'm just not worrying about what button combos to hit. Occasionally I'll get one, but most of the time I don't care. It's the Game Boy. I just want to make the little pixelated people fall off the ledge and scream. There's a pile of bodies off to the right of that ledge, but you just can't see it. Unless you can play this on the DS, then it shows up on the lower screen. I'm making that up. Each of the characters has a little wacky storyline to go along with them. The butchered, mangled English is the best part of it. And after you beat the game, it'll show you some special moves and like unlock the jet mode or show you how to activate the jet mode. I was perfectly content with the standard gameplay. It's a nice, relaxing, pick up and play, kick some ass with very small little fighters. Fighting game. The whole package is a lot of fun, and boy is this game cheap these days. If you're still playing on your Game Boy Advance SP, I'd recommend picking this one up. It doesn't work on the DS though, unfortunately, or else you could see that pile of bodies underneath each of the levels I'm talking about on the lower DS screen. You can poke them with the stylus. They squirt blood.